Good day, I'm Jaapie Cornelissen. I'm the Chief Traffic Officer, Drakenstein Municipality.
I'm Janila Doos, the Superintendent at Wellington Traffic Department, Driver's License Section and Motor Vehicle Registration.
It was a manual learner's license system. We use books in order for people to get their learner's licenses. What's been happening ever since, and it started last year when we rolled out the computerized learner's license test, which means we are now doing it all on a computer. Kids are used to this because they are working on their cell phones, they are working on tablets, they are working on computers. But it's nothing new. It's been going on for some time now, especially here in Wellington. We started it many years ago. It was one of the first nationally that's been rolled out here in Wellington. And ever since last year, in actual fact, I'm one of those believing that basically set the pace and the footprint for the RTMC to roll out all computerized learner's license tests. Especially here in the Western Cape, where we've developed now manuals, and it will be handed out and circulated to libraries in the Western Cape so that there can be at least some form of support and assistance and aid, as you call it, to just assist the learners with regards to this.
First of all, when learner license applicants come, they are very stressed out. They have to be prepared thoroughly. They must just relax. It's a normal test. It's the same as the old days with the books. Prior to this one, we had a CLTT, computerized system, which they were perfect on the system. So they need to prepare thoroughly and use the aids available. Process when the applicant come to apply for a learner's license, they must come with the correct documentation and identification, like a South African ID, 2 ID photos. The cost is 68 Rand, and yet at Drakenstein we only do card payments. So then when they get here, they need to pass an eye test for the different sections or the different codes of learner's licenses which the applicant applied for. Then we book them a test, the next available date they're going to get to come and write their learner's license. And on the day of test, they just bring their ID and the receipt with the confirmation of the booking and do the test. If they pass or if they are successful, they're going to pay the appropriate fee and the learner's license will be issued. The system is simple. Most of the children or applicants, they are tech savvy. They're used to phones, and that is exactly, it's a tablet screen, so they're used to that. They're going to come in, get the 1 hour to do the test. The duration is 1 hour. Punch in the ID number, which connect them to the native system. They will be able to take the test. 64 questions they get, which consist of rules of the road traffic signs, and controls of motor vehicles for the class of vehicle that they applied for. When the test is done, the results is immediately on the system for them to see. They will see whether they passed or whether they failed, and the results is immediately printed also by the examiner, which is the assistant in the class for the applicants. You get a Code 1 license, that is for motorcycle, which the age is 16 years old. Then you get a Code 2, that is for driving a light motor vehicle, which the age there is 70 years old. And then you get a Code 3, in old language, the people used to talk about Code 10 and 14. That learner's license is for the age group there is 18 years old, and it is for the heavy motor vehicles.
One would be your junior traffic training centers. So we've been going out to schools now, teach the youngsters how to use a road without getting onto a road. Which means people get from primary level, people get aware of how to use at least roads, the type of signs that we are using, the rules of the road. So we're training people to at least get to that particular point. We are also working, and that's one of the other projects that have been identified, to work with your checkers, your picker pace, to get to a point where we work with what we call the 60-60 drivers of motorcycles. We're well aware that most of them are coming from outside. They might be foreign nationals. Ours is just to skill them so that they can also understand where we are and how does the rules of the road work in South Africa, and especially here in Drakenstein. So we thought it important and proper so to just get to a point where we can then at least talk to them, get them into a venue, get them into a workshop them for a day or so that they can also become a custom wooden type of rules that we are talking about, and at least to put out on the road safe drivers for.